winning. Everybody losing. At the end of the day, we all losing. Everybody's people dead from everywhere, so it's really, you ain't gonna win. It's the streets, you ain't gonna win the streets. For them, you're gonna lose, but niggas know. Every time we took a loss, the ops got the same shit.
Hood life shit, man. Gotta feel that.
So basically what I was saying was, the reaction after you dropped 51 Dead Ops and shit like that, what was some of the people more so trying to stop fucking with you as far as trying to stay away from you? Or, I know the hate got real intense and shit like that, so talk about the reaction once you dropped it.
Shit, my homie down, that shit was just shit. We was all living, that shit got recorded, so hey man, this shit it right here. This shit it. It took me what? How long it took me? 3-4 months to drop that shit? Like 3-4 months. They kept telling me drop it. It was just the perfect time to shoot that video that day. But the fans, I ain't gonna lie, the fans went crazy. They went crazy over that shit. It's some of our side fans, they supporting that shit. The other side fans, they be, but yeah, shit, I ain't gonna lie. There's a lot of people my OG now, they ain't like that shit, but shit, I'm grown as hell. You gonna support me or you not? That shit.
Right. Because I feel like this became more like a wave thing. I don't want to say you wave riding, because that was my next question and shit like that. How do you feel as far as you kind of starting the number ops wave and shit like that? You know what I'm saying? As far as the dead ops wave, I should say.
Shit, I'm humble to say about the situation. I don't really get no fuck, but I started that trend though. I mean, I got a lot of niggas, they million views, a lot of niggas 800,000 views, 500,000 views, niggas who ain't never even had 50,000 views. Niggas got 100,000 views. No shit, I gave them that. I helped them out, shit. So I'm humble, I don't even be on all that talking shit and all that shit,
Fact. So I want to talk about just some of the non-music shit and talk about you was booked before, right? Meaning you was locked up and shit.
Yeah, I was a couple times.
All right, so not getting into details as far as what you was locked up for, but talk about the experience and shit, your first night in jail.
Shit, from the first time.
Yeah, let's talk about like the first time, and then you can get into a little bit more stories and shit. How many times have you been booked?
Man, I ain't gonna lie. I done been in jail 20 times.
Damn.
But I never stayed. I only stayed in the county probably 3 times out of that 20. I always either got right out from court or I bonded out.
Mm-hmm.
I never really made it on the deck unless I really I had no bond or motherfucker had to get them bond money together. But that shit was sweet. I never had no problem with jail ever in my time going to jail. So shit, that shit was a walk in the park.
Facts though. So how does the jails out here and shit like that? Cause I know back home, we don't got gangs and shit. So our shit more so is segregated through sections of the city and shit, depending on what jail and the prisons and shit like that.
Shit, it's just, man, in jail, it's the motherfucker be having on count, so it's a GD count, BD count, stone count, MC count, it's a fiend count basically. But I ain't gonna lie, Chicago, this shit be crazy. It's still that in Chicago, but it's really, motherfucker don't really respect that shit unless you a bitch or a hoe. You gotta follow some other niggas, but most niggas, bro, we under what we under. I'm Young Money when I go in the county. But wherever I go, if I go to jail, I'm Young Money. I ain't GD, I ain't MC, I ain't Stone, I'm not none of that. I'm Young Money,
Okay.
51st.
Facts. So talk about Young Money a little bit, like the history and who started it.
Shit, Big Broski now, they Zico, Rilla, man, DJ, big homie now, man. They still out here in that shit. Long live the King Zico though.
Mm-hmm. Facts. So I want to talk about something else. I was watching one of your interviews and shit like that, and he was saying you was booked when your homie had died and shit, right? Your homie Dusky, I don't want.
Oh yeah, Dusky, yeah.
Facts.
No, I wasn't locked up. I was on house arrest.
Okay, you was on house.
I was locked up. I had got out house arrest a couple days after.
Facts. So talk about that, 'cause I know that's got to be a different hurt. Far as you, first of all, you already in jail, and then it's one of your homies died. Then it's you want to slide, and you just mad, so you really can't do shit. So talk about that pain a little bit.
I ain't gonna lie, I was hurt. I was hurt, and I was straight. When I was locked up, I was with one of his homies from his block. Dusky not from my block. He from 58th and Wabash and shit. MOB now. But I was locked up with one of his homies. Like, that shit was fucked up. Like, I'm thinking like, man, this shit crazy. He breaking down and shit. That shit made me shed a couple tears. Man. But, you know, motherfucker got to stand strong in that place. You can't let nobody see you weak.
Facts, though. Fact. So, you mentioned MLB and shit. My fault if I'm saying the name where I don't want to disrespect nobody and shit. But, talk about, like, Herb and shit. Y'all fuck with Herb a little bit, right?
Nah, we don't really fuck
as far as, on the music side of things, not like on the streets and shit, but like,
oh yeah, hell yeah.
As far as like on the musical influence and shit like that. So talk about that a little bit, cause that's Herb somebody that Philly really fuck with like that, and he always get love when he come out here.
Nah, Herb got it. He got the city. He lit shit. He got it. We don't really fuck with him on the streets. We ain't in tour with him or nothing, but we don't really fuck with him. But you know, he got it on the music side for sure. He made a way for a lot of motherfuckers.
Fact. So talk about some of your as far as some of the guys in Chicago that you fuck with or that you got records with and shit like that, because you also got a relationship with Ruger too, am I right?
Yeah.
Alright, bet.
Yeah, that's my homie Ruger. Shit. So what you want me to just like name the motherfuckers I fuck with that rap?
Yeah, basically like that. Just shout some motherfuckers out who some people back home might not even know about and shit like that.
Shit, you know, 051 PD, my little brother, right here. Shit. And who else rap? Young Goon, 757, Gunsmoke, Hard Knock, Rose, Pretty Avena, Lady SK, White Man Tommy, Trouble. Who else, PD?
Shit, BA, 757 BA, shit.
Yeah, that interview coming soon, they did that. Shit, Trigger, 757 Mono. I ain't gonna lie, it's a lot of pressure coming from my way.
Facts though.
Oh yeah, shout out to Lil Mo too.
He going crazy.
He going over crazy. You gotta get his interview next.
For sure. No, we definitely gonna reach out to him. So I just want to talk about your work ethic for a second, man. Cause like I said, we linked up a couple days ago. You shot a video the next day. Today you shoot 2 more videos. Then you did this interview with no question asked. You know what I'm saying, straight pull up, and then you doing another big interview. So talk about that for real, as far as you really just working and shit.
I ain't gonna lie, I was just really like, I ain't gonna lie, like, with this street and this rap shit, I be seeing what they say, like, you can't do both at the same time. Like, I really been thinking about that shit. Like, I've been in the crib for a couple days just thinking about that. Like, man, can't really be doing this shit. It's just time, bro. I've been getting jail calls every day. Like, man, this shit, motivation. I gotta get out this shit. Talking to my OG, my sisters and them, man. Just gotta go. It's time to go, man.
Right.
I'm working.
Facts though. Cause you definitely, like I said, you definitely put in a lot of work, and I want to speak on something you said, bro. That was like the realest statement that motherfuckers don't understand, you know. Cause I deal with a lot of, you know what I'm saying, niggas that be outside and fuck with the rap, but you really can't do both. You feel me? That's how you end up getting caught up in shit.
Yeah. Like I still be outside, but I've been shorting that shit up a little bit. You know, I'm finna go out of town for a little minute too. Just trying to get my mind right, basically.
Facts though. So talk about your flow, man. You feel me? Like that Drilla flow.
I ain't gonna lie, I be switching my shit up though. Like I could do it. I'm really still working on my flow. Like that's why I've been doing different beats. I be doing down south beats, Detroit type beats. What else kind of beats? I be doing different type of beats. You know, trying to figure out like what's the best for me. I ain't gonna lie, but the Detroit shit look like it's working the best for me right now. That's everybody fuck with.
Okay, yeah, I could definitely see you on that type of, you mean?
For my soul, everybody fuck with that shit right now. But I got hella new shit. That shit coming. Different flows, different phone number. You know it's cracking, man.
Fact though. All right, so I want talk about like Chicago life and the Chicago culture and shit like that.
This shit treacherous. This shit scary. You gotta be a animal to survive out here. Real animal. If you ain't no animal, man, you gonna get ate up. In my soul.
Thanks though. Why you think it's like that?
Everybody want a name. Everybody want to be a killer, a shooter. That shit.
Facts though.
They want to be that till they dead or in jail.
Facts though. So I want to talk about one of your lines and shit. I fuck with this joint. It was like saying, every time we took a loss, the ops got the same shit. You feel me? Talk about as far as like, no, cause you know, like you kept it real. It's like his losses on both sides for real. You feel me? And guys always try to act like, you know, we all
winning,
yeah. You feel me?
Ain't nobody winning. You know, everybody losing. At the end of the day, we all losing. Everybody's people dead from everywhere. So it's really, you ain't gonna win. It's the streets. You ain't gonna win the streets. So you're gonna lose, but you know, niggas know. Every time we took a loss, the ops got the same shit. They know what I'm talking about when I said that.
Facts though. No, that's definitely thorough, just keeping it real and shit like that. So you saying before we get out of here, talk about some up and coming projects and shit like that you working on.
Shit, I got this my big dog status is gonna drop on my birthday, 10/08. Then shit. Well, I got a me and Rose got a tape coming. What other projects I got right now? I think that's about. Oh yeah, me and Young Goon got a 50 for 50 mixtape coming. Then shit, I ain't gonna lie, I got a lot of videos finna come. A lot of them every week or every other week it's coming. A lot of that. You know.
Facts though. Yeah, so the last question or last thing I want you to do is just give some advice to the youngins that's watching and shit.
Man, let me choose my words wisely. The shit might seem cool and all that we be talking about in the songs and that shit we living, it's not it. I mean, if you ain't in this shit, don't get in it. You don't want to be in this shit. This shit ain't nothing but a headache and heartache.
Real shit though.
Just go to school, for real. Do something productive. No cap.
Facts though. So I definitely appreciate you sitting down with us, man. Wise words from a real one, man.
My song.